What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I'm your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having a great night. I myself, not feeling so great, can barely talk. Don't know what's happening here, but God help me. Yeah, but what a crappy day it was out there. But I'm ready to get excited right here with you sickos. So I appreciate you all taking the time. Hope you enjoyed this day. Hopefully you all stayed safe out there, had some enjoyable weather. Um, Weird day for me. Uh, Family is now at the beach. I don't like that being away from me, but had to work early. Got to get up at 5:30 tomorrow for my appointment. So it's been a weird one, but I'm excited because we've got Eagles football 24 days away, and the second of these joint practices went down today. So look, man, I see a lot of the negativity. I see it every year. I can't. I know a lot of you guys tag me and stuff and reach out to me and always look. I get it. Yeah, I see it and literally created this channel to counteract it. But there's nothing much more I can do. I've done everything over the years that anyone could possibly do to show people that there are real people that know football and could change the game, but that's just not what people are into. So I just want to let you guys know I love you and I'm always here for you. But if I just ignore a lot of that stuff, it's because I just want to focus on how much I love the Eagles. And I know you sickos want the same thing. So let's get these weirdos out of here because look, it's every year. I told you I created this on my deathbed because I couldn't stand it. And look, I lived because I'm not going to stand for this BS. So look, this Eagles team to me is on the right track, and I think they're a Super Bowl contender. I think they can definitely win the Super Bowl. I think if they get things going, and obviously we've talked about be patient. It's a new offense. Everybody knows, I knew Mannion sucked. Oh, gotta trade Hurts. It's okay. Makai Lemon's a bust. Eli Stowers is a bust. Gotta trade Jalen Carter. Every week it's something, dude. And I love you. I don't know how those of you that watch the other Eagles content creators do it, but I do love you, and I appreciate you taking one for the team with that stuff and always letting me know what's going on out there. Because, what the hell are we doing? But look, I think there is excitement to be had, and Tiffany's starting us off, and that's right, sickos. That's what this show is for, you sickos. And look, there's not many of us out here anymore. When I grew up, Eagles had a very big diehard base. Now it's mostly, I don't know, we were overtaken by Cowboys fans once we won the Super Bowl. I don't know, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm beyond appreciative of everything that you guys do, and I couldn't do this without you. So we get excited about training camp, joint practices together. Reek getting his vengeance today, and I do have that clip, and I thought I had uploaded it, but it didn't work. Maybe it'll let me. I don't know. I could try, but I've you guys know my story. How they all try to get my channel taken down when I was supporting Jalen Hurts, all the other Eagles content creators, and it worked. But now I can't show videos and stuff. But every now and again, I'll get a little frisky. And to those of them watching, if it upset you, I'm sorry that I love the Eagles so much. I'm sorry I predicted all these things that happened. I am not doing this to hurt your feelings. This is for the sickos watching right now. That's what this channel is for. I don't know why people take offense to my channel. I guess the truth hurts people, but I'm not here to hurt, man. I'm not. So to me, if you follow this channel, you can get excited and we can talk about the bad together. But I don't control what happens. You know what I mean? We have to kind of just take it as it comes. This is reality. This is what, to me, why not love your team and get excited and get pissed together? But we don't ever turn into Cowboys fans and, trade everybody. Everybody sucks. And that's just not what I grew up in. But I'm old. I'm 40. I grew up with real diehards. So it's different, man. Different world we're living in. But what a comeback day. I don't think it was a comeback day because, again, I don't follow what those reporters lie to you guys about. The Eagles lost or Patriots won. There's wins and losses at practice, dude. There's not. And nobody, I try to explain every year what practice is. At practice? Yeah, we're talking about practice. And you see it from the media all the time. And that's why I made the joke in the title of this, when I posted it. Was this the media's first training camp? Because the level of just stupidity out there, oh, I don't understand why they're not sacking the quarterback. And why is the quarterback having so much time? Why do you think a lot of these completions are being made? Because they want them to be able to make completions. They are testing things out. This is that time, dude. They are helping each other. Iron sharpens iron. That's what these joint practices are for. And I'm sorry that some teams are, going to let things happen. And we are definitely guilty of that too. But immaturity will seep in. And look, it's not just necessarily immaturity because you do have to be mature and keep your head. But I also get it. Things get heated. And if you've ever played, football or any sport, you understand the physicality of it. Things are going to get, there's things that happen that you never see down at the bottom of the pile. And so many things that go, and I never played at a level there was cameras watching me like that. So, but whatever, dude. I just, it's a lost cause. I know Herschel. Herschel's over there making weird noises. I get it. But it's just, to me, they just are so weird. Like, this is the time where we are going to take the time and get better. So, hey, look, would you mind running this kind of defense? We're going to run this kind of offense and see this. Or there's an open period where, hey, do what you're doing. We're going to show this. Like, these guys talk these things out, the coaches. Like, and the confusion people get is so funny. I always tell you, I look forward more to the joint practices than I do the preseason games, because the preseason games are more about, which confuse people too. It's just vanilla. You want to look at what the players are doing, the fundamentals, and just their keys, what they're picking up on defense, things that a lot just to the unseen eye or untrained eye, they just don't know what they're watching. So they're about, oh, why aren't they scoring 40 points? All hurt sucked. And he didn't even play. And it's like, well, dude, like, you have to kind of not be stupid to, but I love joint practice. And I told you this season, I'm not letting these losers steal my joy. Like, they really started taking away my love for the Eagles, like, to watch, certain videos and do things. Like, I used to, now, given making the show kind of takes time to be able to do that stuff too, but like every time I watch something or see something, it's just so much negativity from people that claim to be Eagles fans, and it was just like, And then we won the Super Bowl, and everyone was fans of Hurts and like everything and all that. But like, it's just like that stuff sticks with you, and it's just like, ooh, it's tough. It's tough to see that. But Captain Howdy. Howdy to you, my friend, and apologize. I'm a little drifted off here. Again, a weird day. They forgot their shovels to take to the beach. I just kicked them. I'm sitting on this chair over here. Anyways, a long day. Chelsea's with the fam, so I didn't really have much going on. I like to believe I got a lot done at the house today. Probably wasn't that much, but it was just rainy and crappy, and got to love up on my boy, old Hirsch. So yes, it was a good day. And then I ended up trying to trim my whatever beard that was. And you guys know I'm like, I have straight OCD, ADHD, autism, all of it, dude. And I'll sit there and try to trim stuff, and I'll jack something up. And then I better do it to the other side. And then it's like, oh yeah, let's look stupid on both sides. That's why wouldn't you? So we had that happen today, and I was just like, well, yeah, we're not doing that. So just took it all off, and that's how I roll. Porter's reporting wrong information. Oh, they always do. Always do. No one likes wins, boss practice, quits the ball. Oh, well, here's the thing for me. Yeah, it's practice. And again, I'm not ever going to sit here and let the media tell me what's going on, because they're idiots. And I proved to you guys when I was going a few years ago and had an opportunity to really take over, and Eagles fans were like, no, we can't have someone telling the truth. Now, I had you sickos with me, but there was only a few thousand of us versus hundreds of thousands of them. And they did not like what I did to their little media darlings. And we all remember what happened when I went to that practice and called us going to the Super Bowl, while every reporter, I'm watching their tweets as I'm there watching what's actually happening. They're lying to you guys. And they're telling you how bad the team's going to be and Hurts is going to fail. And I was like, dude, this is a Super Bowl team. Like, Jalen Hurts is the real deal. He like threw this bomb at one point, and I remember saying, like, I remember seeing Josh Jobe at that practice and be like, dude, he's like a mini James Bradbury. Go ahead, Josh Jobe, still kicking ass for the Seahawks over there. But um, that was a crazy practice. And I remember, being able to go to a closed practice like that and be there with the reporters was like, okay, it felt like a game to me. Like, this is my time to shine. You know what I mean? Like, me versus them. We're going to see what real reporting looks like. And I reported everything that actually happened that day, and it was awesome. And then we went on to the Super Bowl. Now, we lost that year, but we did go to the Super Bowl. That was when I got to tell Howie, hey, look, I believe in you, what you're doing. I believe we're going to the Super Bowl this year. Let's go win it. Now, I think we did not because he didn't hire me yet. But that's their mistake, and one day they'll figure it out. But like I said, I was never out here to be the top YouTuber, but I was out to change the game. Now, you have seen I have definitely changed it a bunch, and you guys have helped me. Definitely helped do that because a lot of people have had to learn how the cap works, how, just a defense or an offense works or anything in football works because I just, I was a headhunter, dude. I will come for you. If you're going to sit here and talk about my birds, you better know what you're talking about. And they didn't. So it's taken some years, dude, but we're getting them there. And I brought on like every Eagles reporter, and you can go back and watch those interviews because they're fun to me to go back and watch, where it's like you can really see like who's on what level when it comes to football IQ. And it's like, that's weird. Aren't you guys the ones getting paid a lot of money to talk about it? Now, there's some good ones like that I enjoy and have had on the show, so don't get me wrong. But this has been fun over the years, man. I was thinking about that a lot today. Like, you guys have been awesome. I wouldn't care if there was 3 of you. And, you guys just keep showing up. And, Tiffany, you're always in here. You're always showing love. You're on Twitter, dude. And I want you to know, like that stuff means the world to me to, get home, see these notifications, get off, like have a shitty appointment or something. And, my family obviously brings me that joy and, seeing Herschel at the door, but you guys have that same effect, where I really do look forward to this and I could be having the worst day ever. And I know I'm going to get on here and even if it's pure chaos out there, we're going to, enjoy talking about a practice. Practice? You're damn right. We're talking about practice and I'm all about it. So, let's talk about that practice. Bad tornado. Damn, don't like that. Yeah, I remember them taking it too. They still continue to take stuff from me, and there's nothing I can do about that. Tiff, it sucks. It does. It sucks to watch people like make a lot of money. It sucks. A lot of you guys support those people, and a lot of you don't even realize it. But these people, used to send me messages, asking me questions, and thanking me, and all this, and now all of a sudden, they've got 50,000 subscribers, and it's like, well, what the? Why don't you explain to people how you are so knowledgeable in the game of football now? That kind of stuff really annoys me, man. And I'm not looking for, anything. I'm just looking for some respect for what I do. And it's just kind of ridiculous at this point that, and it's anything. You want to talk about the cap that I do, everybody steals that shit. None of them know how to do it. Obviously, that's been proven. But, there's even guys that call themselves cap gear. They don't know shit. And they literally are idiots. And it's crazy to see it all the time that people, oh, you should be this guy. And I'm like, have you seen? I've been here forever. I mean, you want to talk about the draft? I mean, we're talking 5 years in a row predicting who we'd take, and then I got it wrong when I predicted Cooper DeJean, but we did get him. So I do what I can. If you guys just keep supporting me, I won't go away. I promise you. They can't get rid of me. I don't care because they're like, oh yeah, this is your job. And I'm like, dude, you have to understand that you losers sit at home, not you guys, them, that they sit there all day, 16 hours, 20 hours. I don't know how much they sleep. And you do nothing to learn the game of football. Well, I'm out here driving around all of Pennsylvania. Like tomorrow, I'll get up at 5:30, dude. We'll see when I get home. There's 16, 18, 20-hour days I have sometimes. Like, and then I get home and do this. Like, I don't want to hear shit. Do the work. Sickos, that's what you are. And that's why I love you, because I have literally done everything I can, and you see what they do to me when I do rise and I do show them, and Jalen Hurts proves them wrong, and Howie Roseman, all these people I try to tell them about. And then they play revisionist history. And it's so everything I do doesn't count because that means that they're complete morons. So they have to pretend everything I do is not real. I told him I was going to take him on a late night W. I hear him like huffing and puffing back there, dude. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know how much this thing picks up sound, but I'm going to take him on his walk. This is just some stuff that went down today. And obviously, we had mentioned that interception. I think I got the video on here now correctly. So let me show that to you. Don't get me in trouble. And I think it's all jacked up. My apologies. It's real like compressed. So just look, it's Drake May throwing the ball and you'll see the interception. But when that interception happens, I want you to see what A.J. Brown does in typical A.J. Brown fashion. I guess you can still hear me. But there he is, dropping his head down like a bitch. And there's Reek. And I don't know why, but it was a beautiful video, but it now compressed it and made it all stupid. So, okay, well, that's fantastic. Anyways, I wanted you to see that sweet interception, but you barely see shit there, so my apologies. But Reek Woolen had himself a day. Had another pass breakup on AJ. Had another one on Romeo Dobbs. There was a lot of great work from him today, and people were calling to trade him already. Dude, like stop, man, and don't. I know you're gonna do it the first play of the game and throughout but just try not to, you weirdos. Just follow us sickos. We will guide you to how to become diehard Eagles fans. But let's take a look at what else went down here today. Reek was awesome. Jalen Hunt, again, a forced fumble. And look, man, you know that's my guy. I love that people are finally jumping on board with him. You sickos know. We've been talking about him before we drafted him, baby. Jalen Hunt is that dude. And I'd love to see him continue to grow and shine. So rip one out from Ramondre Stevenson. Loved it. I can't talk at all today. But you are helping me find a little energy while I feel like I've been hit by a truck. So let's go. Stevenson running through Coop, lowering his shoulder. Oh, see, some of these guys try to make it a Super Bowl. You're going to find out the hard way. No doubt. No doubt. This is their Super Bowl. Continue to have a very good camp. Trot. Trot. And I love Trot, but let's get real with ourselves. Jahad Campbell is awesome. So is Zach Bond. When Zach Bond is gone in a couple of years, then Trot can take over. So let's go. So you had no Jalen Carter today, Ajomo and Jordan Davis, doing their thing. And I think, obviously you're got a lot of players that aren't playing or a lot of things that aren't happening. And it's practice where take it all with a grain of salt, please. Please do not listen to these reporters and people that are crazy. Andre Sam continues to impress. And we've talked about Andre Sam where I know the names are all fancy with Cole Wisniewski, and I like Maximus Pulley and Kapina Gashik in there because we talk about these guys, these undrafted kids, where, there's room. You got a veteran like JT Gray here, but there's three guys that are locked in, Epps, Makuba, and Michael Carter II. But beyond that, I think Andre Sam could be that fourth guy because, yeah, you drafted Wisniewski, but if he's still kind of like injured and stuff, they could stash him. That's an option for a lot of players, a lot of these rookies that they want to try to stash. So we'll see what they want to do here. But there's a lot, man, that I think people just don't realize. We're figuring out what depth is and certain things where, we're just trying to perfect this team, and everyone else is worried about winning and points in a practice. Yeah. Remember when you used to talk? Be the background, we never heard him. Yeah, so I must have much better equipment than I think. He would bark and lose it, and it would dude, you guys have no idea how much that used to drive me insane. Well, he still drives me insane. You see the white in my hair. He still drives me insane. But he used to get wild with those ones. Mistress or something. No, he did not actually say that. But I did see people making stuff up about that. But Jalen Hunt was jawing and saying stuff, and things are getting chippy, and I'm all about it, man. And I hope he is talking shit to Mike Vrabel and everybody else. And look, you remember last year when I talked about it, Jalen Hunt, man. You could sleep on him if you must, and then you see what he did. And then, Nolan Smith, I know people don't like him too. It's weird out there. I know the other content creators you guys watch don't like the Eagles much, but I'm a big fan of what we have here. And I think the edge with Ebiketie, Epineza here, and then Greenard when he comes off pup, And you got Teron Jackson here right now in case of emergency. So you've got guys like Sam and Teron Jackson where they know the system and they can come in and provide that depth and help on special teams. And those are all very important facets of the game where this is why we talk about practice. This is why we break down the depth chart. This is why we look at everything because we want to know everything, right? That's right. This is what the depth chart. Now, I did mention the injury list. So just know Greenard is on the pup list. Tucker Large and Elijah Mitchell, they're on IR. You will see keys at the bottom of all of these always. I always have those, so be sure to check them out if you're wondering why the hell there's a whole bunch of different colors here. But those players will not be on the depth charts, but you can see what's going down here, and I think right now it's can McKee or Dalton become trade worthy. We'll see. I like Cole Payton. Let's continue to develop him, but he's just a developmental quarterback. That's it. You don't have to keep him on the roster if you have McKee and Dalton. You just put him on the practice squad. But running backs, I feel great here. Shipley is the third guy. Don't think they keep four, but Pierce got to be healthy. These guys got to get out there and show something. Wide receiver, very excited. Wicks continues to shine. How I feel about my dog, Devontae. So, yeah. But that's wide receiver one. Beyond that, I know there's a lot of questions. But Wicks has been continuing to shine. Coop, he continues to do his thing. Mekhi Lemon getting healthy, getting back. And we talked about it, bro. I know the media wants people to be pissed and trade him. Shut up, dude. Same with Stowers. No one wants to hear it. You guys are idiots. You don't know what development is. This is why you try to trade Jalen Hurts and everyone else that's good on our team. Now, when you're looking at the backups at receiver, I think Elijah Moore, dude, I'm excited about him. Marquise Brown has his ups and downs. And Johnny Wilson, I don't know, man. Better show something, though, if you want the Eagles to keep 6 or if you want to be that 5th guy over Hollywood. We'll see. But I think Elijah Moore wants to be that 5th guy. I think Hollywood could maybe be that 6th. We'll see. But I don't think he keeps 7. So figure it out. But tight end, you got Goddard. Munt is your number 2. That blocking tight end we've been asking for. Stowers is the future. So he's got time to develop. And we talked about it. He needs time to develop. He is a luxury pick. We do not need him right now. So people are going to whine and be morons. Don't care. Latu, he is somebody that can play all over. You talk about the versatility to be fullback, special teams. Love the kid. He should be the 4th. I do think we should keep 4. See you later, Calcaterra. Jenkins, see you on the practice squad. And then see you later, Smart. Offensive line, I love this depth. I think Lampkin, he is a stud. We've talked about him continuously. But this offensive line, the starters are the starters, baby. Ain't nobody going anywhere. I know people want Steen to be benched, but nope. Now, Dickerson and Juergens, if they can't stay healthy, got a guy like Willie Lampkin here who can play guard, who can play center, and I love it. Drew Kendall can do the same. They've been battling it out. I think they both get a job. John Ajokwu, he can play guard and tackle, so his versatility comes into play. But a veteran like Fred Johnson could be out because of that. So Markel Bell is the future. He's been shining. Love him. But the rest of the guys better show something. Micah Morris, stay healthy. Show us a little something. He's a beast. Would love him to pan out for the future. Don't know if they're willing to give up one of these draft picks this early. So I think he'll probably be stashed, if anything, but don't think he goes anywhere. But tell me what your thoughts are on that offense there. I'll show you the defense here as well. And look, man, this defense going to be the best in the game. Don't care that nobody knows what a safety is in the Vic Fangio defense, but Michael Carter II will be playing there. I think they're starting to learn that, but yeah, I know everybody wants to trade this, do that. That's fine. But I feel good with what we have. And look, I'm always about adding and getting better. So if you want to, go ahead. But I feel pretty damn good going into the season right here, right now. Now, the secondary, to me, just having those kind of corners is insane. The depth, I like Mac McWilliams a lot. Ringo, see you later. Bennett, I don't know, continue to improve, and maybe Castro Fields continues to show his toughness, his versatility to play corner, safety, special teams, man. So maybe Castro Fields make this squad. But you brought in a guy like Bolden the other day. He can return the ball. So much versatility. And then we just talked about the safeties a little bit ago, so I don't want to beat a dead horse there. But you can see all of the guys I had mentioned there. And, you drafted Cole Wisniewski, but maybe you try to stash him. And, linebackers, we talked about them. I like Trott. I like Munden. They like Chance Campbell a lot. Deontay Lawson, an undrafted kid who, man, he's going to make it hard not to make it, on the practice squad. But someone's probably waiting to pluck him, so that sucks. Brandon George was brought in last week as well. But you've got or maybe just the other day. I can't even think. But you got two of the best. That duo is going to be nasty, dude, and can't wait. The Edge, dude, I already talked about them. And Wei Ru, I've talked about his future, but just not right now. James Newby, hopefully he can make it on the practice squad. Don't know that he makes the squad. You got a guy like Teron Jackson as the fifth if Greenard isn't back in time. So a lot of questions, or maybe they just roll with four there if Greenard is supposed to be back by week 2. Who knows? We'll see. But there's always moves to consider, and we'll get into my projected 53 here soon, and just kind of talk about some of that stuff, how they stash players, and veteran players, like certain ones like they don't have to hit weight, just certain things that matter. So we'll get in that another day. But interior D line, yeah, man, I'm very excited. The youth, the Vanilla Gorilla. Another one people are trying to give up on. Nope, not doing it. Byron Young, continue to shine, baby boy. Gabe Hall, that's my dog. I just, a lot of talent here, and Bernard's back there. I like Zion Wilson a lot, too. So, look, maybe he's one of those kids that wants to go back to college. Hopefully he sticks around, but if not, yeah, he's pretty good. Anyways, his was declined, like, when he signed, so I don't know that he would get another chance. But here's the specialist. Here's what's going on. No competition for Jake Elliott, who went for like 2 for 5 today, which punched me in the throat, dude. What? I'm telling you, dude, I will lose my mind. I'm tired of talking about it, but yeah, dude, anyways, best punter in the game, one of the best at least. Very excited about that. But talking about the long snapper, I don't even know if he sticks around. We might find another one, find someone that got cut, or I don't know, dude. We'll find out. But we'll see what these other guys in the return game can do. If we have any kind of, people that are on the roster bubble, maybe they can push their way on with some return capability. And you see there's a lot of guys with that capability, and there's some punt guys and then a bunch of kick return guys. And, it's a different craft there, but kind of getting to be the same with all these rule changes. But anyways, Makai Lemon, come back healthy. You wouldn't have to keep Covey on this roster. It'd be nice to have someone that can return the ball. But, if you don't want to risk it while he's, starting his career off in the NFL, maybe the first half of the season, you let someone like Elijah Moore be that punt returner, and then allow Makai Lemon down the road to become more of the offense and special teams. Again, talk about it with that first pick. That to me meant A.J. Brown was gone. But he did not necessarily have to be thrust into, okay, now he needs to be A.J. Brown, because that's how people are taking it. And I don't think that's fair at all to him. But that's just not the scenario that is happening right now. We brought in Wicks. We brought in Brown. We brought in Moore. So, you bring in these guys for a reason, and you have Johnny Wilson coming back from injury, Darius Cooper. But Makai Lemon is the future, baby boy, and he's perfect for this Sean Mannion offense. So just trust me on this, that I think, if we just stay patient, this team's going to be just fine. But Vic sometimes pisses me off. Blunt talking about Greener won't be ready. I love it, man. I love that he just keeps it real, because what he's doing is he's stopping the media from creating their own dumb shit by twisting his words or doing whatever. So, yeah, maybe that comes off as a little harsh. But this dude's old as hell, and I'm 40, and I already feel that way. Like, I come off, I'm sure, as a dick a lot of time because I just get annoyed, dude. It's annoying, and it's just funny to see him when he talks about this shit, because he's just like, he knows, man. But I get it. Look, if you don't want to see that stuff, I get it. But good evening to you, Len. Appreciate you taking the time. And Steen is a beast, man. People are sleeping on the wrong ones. So, long snapper's turning into the Harry Potter. Dada teacher. I apologize. I do not know what that is. And I don't know Harry Potter. Definitely don't, because that bigot bitch that writes them. But that's a story for another day. But long snapper is kind of like kicker, where we talked about, just bring somebody else in, dude. You got a lot of open roster. Like, well, you know what? Let's bring back that 8th, or 12th wide receiver at this point. 8 cornerbacks. Hell yeah. Now, look, at the same time, a lot of people look at that. Why did a lot of it is special teams. A lot of it is you're not using starters, or people are injured. So it's not just necessarily doing things to do things. But, bro, when you have people that are struggling, or you have an undrafted kid that hasn't proven shit, I would have brought in some competition. Oh, you have a rookie there, bring in a veteran. Oh, you have a veteran kicker. Okay, bring in a rookie. Just kick the tires. Let them. Now, at the same time, these are two positions where you don't have to like learn the system. Now, you do want to have some continuity with your long snapper and kickers, and that is very real, and your holder and all that great stuff. But it's not necessarily learning a whole playbook, right? So they can come in right away if you need to bring someone in. But at the same time, it's like, son of a bitch, we did that last year. Whatever. The kid we had last year, we were like undefeated at one point with the one, and then we had the other one, and we just, every kick, Jake Elliott was missing everything. God help us. Reminds me of my grandpa, just straight blunt. Exactly. Just like my pop. Exactly. And my dad was that way, and I definitely am that way now. I mean, I was always like the nice, like funny one. Like, not to say my family isn't nice, but like always just. And then the world showed me what it was, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to start returning some of that energy and see how people like that. And that turned me down a dark road, and we all know my story. But you guys and my family, the Eagles, everything that really mattered to me, that in this crazy world that they obviously try to distract us with so many things, I choose football, man. I choose the Eagles, and I choose it to be with you guys. So that's my escape from reality. I don't use drugs like alcohol. I don't heroin, crack, nothing like that. I like to use a little of the Lord's green lettuce there, but that's my medicine, baby. So look, I'm not here to ever judge anybody, make you feel weird or anything like that. I'm here to tell you, I stand up against the shitbirds up there. Always have and always will. So never take anything personally. Just understand I'm talking about things that I have dwelled on for 25 plus years that sit near and dear to my heart. So I get to be that grumpy old man now. And sometimes it just happens. So do not ever take it personally. Don't ever feel like I'm attacking you or I'm trying to be rude to you. I'm just a grumpy old man. And what's funny is when I got this disease, they told me, they're like, well, look, you're in your 30s, but you're in the body of like a 67-year-old now. And I'm like, well, that's pretty fantastic. And it took a lot to, get back and be working in concrete. And, obviously, I don't think anybody's ever gotten cirrhosis and worked in concrete in the history of man, but that's why they call me Concrete Jimmy. But anyways, I test that, all of that is to my family and to you guys, like the Eagles. I dug deep, found that Dawkins, that Jalen Hurts deep inside, and just, hone that in, baby. And then we created this. So all about it. I had a wrapped around my freaking, yeah, right. Well, that's it. And that's how my sister was with my dad. But yeah, it's a big difference, right? Because they're usually not like that toward you. They're usually like that toward everyone else. So you think it's funny. Now you're watching it from a different lens. You're like, well, it's actually kind of mean. And look, I'm not when certain players like. I'm not saying like that's exactly the right thing to do to be like, oh, Tyler Robinson's been on life support. But dude, I'd rather, if it were me, I'd rather be brutally honest about what I need to work on and do. But, everybody take things differently. So we'll see how people take it. If I've never seen this much racism, evil people, well, no, yeah. 50. Yes, it is quite insane. I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys see me on social media, and I'm sorry, I am nuts. I do it in the streets too. Don't worry, I'm insane, dude. I will always stick up. Like you guys know, like I have black people in my family. Like you wouldn't take that. I was brought up the right way, man, and we're all human beings. And I just really think it's pretty fucking stupid that people judge people. I judge you off if you're a piece of shit or if you're just a regular person. I don't need you to be great, but if you're some asshole, dude, well, you're gonna get the asshole. Just know that. And I'm so sorry, Tiffany. I really am, to you and so many people that have to deal with so many racists. And it's all because mostly white people, man. And well, pretty much that's it. And I just really want to apologize to all of you that, well, we just really seem to suck. Now, obviously, I'm not here to be like, oh, white people, duh. Like, I'm not like that. I don't let them divide us and this color and that, oh, this. I don't identify as a direction, dude. I never have once in my life ever sat in front of a TV or anywhere, read a paper and said, man, that old dude's balls look awesome. I want to nestle my face on them and just give up my entire thought process and everything I do in life for this douchebag. That's never been my mind, man. I've always just been a free thinker, and I've always just kind of played by the rules of man. I don't like their laws that they make. They made laws that tell them they can bang animals and children and stuff, and I'm just not into those weirdos. So that's why I'm crazy, and you'll always see me online losing it on these people. You'll see me in the real world, and unfortunately, you probably won't see me when I come next, and that's the good thing. We're gonna fly. You guys just let me know if you're ever willing and you're tired of things, you ever want to stand up to the insanity of this world, just let me know, man. I'm always here for you guys. I've been doing this a long time. It's been speaking into an echo chamber for 25 plus years of my life. I meet a few people here and there down the road that are like, oh, this guy actually knows what's happening in life. And I try to help. And then all these things happen. It's just like with football, that's why you guys wonder why I go so crazy. Cause it's like, I try to tell people things and like, they just don't. And I'm not like telling you like, oh no, it's just weird when these things happen. Then I'm like, yo, we got Tate in here. The flying Mayan is here. Chris, let's go. I'm all about it. Okay. Sorry. I was off rambling there, dude. Tiffany got me all worked up. I'll tell you what, Tiffany, you ever have any kind of racist, and I always tell you guys this, but I mean it, like you can tag me in it, like I'm not going to accomplish much there, but if you want to tag me in real life and let me know, oh man, I'm always happy. I let the local people of the town know, anybody ever dealing with racism, anything, I'm always here to take care of things, man. I like to think, we can serve justice and do right in this world. Just because they tell you can't, and they have the Gestapo in our streets now, doesn't mean we have to follow. I'm sorry, I grew up having balls and a brain, baby, but you got me drifting off, Tiffany, because that is I can't think about football and other things. Like I get so pissed off, and like all I do is drive now and talk to myself. Like it's bad news, man. No, it's not. It's great because it's like, dude, is this not insane that you've been trying to tell people about this shit, and not even Trump and stuff, dude, because that's way beyond like this. My insanity, my radicalism, as they like to call it, started a very long time ago, and just seeing that, it made it a little more radical, right? So I again, I'm so sorry to you, Tiffany, that you have to deal with that. When they put racists in charge and they start spreading hate, that's what we see. So guys, I want you to know I'm always here for you. If you're ever dealing with that stuff, I'll meet you where you are, wherever you need me. Let me know. I'm always here for you. And when shit does hit the fan in this world, just know, man, you ever see me, I always got you, man. I always got you. Know that because I haven't been doing this for 25 years, trying to wake people up for no reason. So, and Tate, don't worry about being late, my man, as long as you stay great. Appreciate you tuning in. And late night stream, Chris, I'm feeling it, baby. That Pro Bowl season, let's go. But we had to do a late night. A busy day, but the family went to the beach. I gotta wake up at 5:30, dude, so I better get going. Holy But yeah, stop talking about your family. Yeah. So look, hey, thank you, Flying Mayan. And look, I've dealt with it my whole life. Watching my cousins deal with it, just watching anybody deal with it, and it's just I've kicked a lot of ass in my life, and that number will only grow. I promise you that. I might be old, I might have disease, but I'm still Jimmy effing Smith, and that's all that matters to me. Oh, Little G, appreciate you tuning in. We got Eagles auction, August 25th. That's awesome, man. I hope you have fun. Hope you have a great time. Stay safe, and happy birthday to your cousin, Alex. My beautiful woman, Chelsea, is with her brother, Alex, right now, who is also an Eagles fan. Go Birds. Going to the Phillies game. You got yourself a busy schedule, little G. I wish I was in your shoes, man. That's awesome. You have yourself a great time. Don't mind us, Herschel. We're talking Eagles. Did you want to drink the whole bowl? Did you want to drink the whole bowl? Come say hi. Come say hi. I'm still gonna take you on your late night walk. Come here. Come say hi. He's not doing it. Thank you, Tate. Try to be as real as I possibly can, my friend. Hunting him. That's right. Jalen Hunt's about to have, dude. You guys remember when we drafted him? How much I was talking crap to the Eagles media and all these other content. No one's ever heard of him, and I was posting all my clips from before the draft. Why the Eagles need Jalen Hunt? Like, dude, he's my dude, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see what he does this year. He continues to shine. Oh, everyone, we've all been graced with my beautiful mother's presence in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Don't know. I'm going to try to stop by, but I've got a very early morning, and then we'll see how long my day goes because I might get a later one. But appreciate you taking the time. And a lot of that love and compassion comes from that beautiful woman there. So shout out to Lynn there, everyone. But hey, look, in Flying Mind, that's right. I've never looked at it that way. Being anti-fascist is a good thing. Fascism, bad thing. And it's weird. I always grew up learning the Nazis were bad. And I always said to myself, like, what would I do if I ever, grew up in that environment? Well, I do exactly what I'm doing. And I'm telling you, I'm itching, dude. I'm waiting for like what they're begging for. It's like, oh, bro, you don't really want that, because I would love that. That would just give us an even slate. Give good people an even slate with these rich people with their little kids in cages and stuff. Oh, dude, give us tell us there's no they got gloves now, guys. They're out to kill us. They're like our blueberries you can't eat. You can't eat jalapenos. Like, I hope you see what's going on. Anyone who knows me, everything I've been telling you that was coming, we are here, right here. So, hey, it's unfortunate, but look, dude, I'll do everything I can to keep fighting the good fight. You guys keep doing it with me. And look, when we want to escape that world, we're going to come right here and we can talk about that. We can talk about the birds. That's why I do these shows. I love you guys. I'm all ready to talk about this stuff. I mean, you guys get me going. I'm telling you, I could barely move before I made this video. I was like, I got to make it, man. Got to get up. I know I feel like crap. Boom. Here we are. Let's rock. Who's going to practice? That will not be me. It's a little party up in here. It is. And I love it. You guys are both going. That sucks. And what day is that? Oh man, I'm an idiot. I know. I remember what happened. I was taken off because you got to take off the month before. And I looked up all the games, and I swear to you, I was looking up because I said, oh, well, Billy's probably going to invite us. My brother has season tickets. So they give them, offer them tickets. So he always gets us some. And yeah, I was like, oh, this is crazy. Only a couple of games I need to make sure I don't have work for the next day in case I'm going. There was an open practice, wasn't there? I don't remember what day it is, but I don't think unless something changes and I don't work. But I'd love to meet some of you. So I'll definitely, if I can get off, I would. My woke senses were tingling if I had to join my comrades left. Well, I don't, you guys will always hear me say this. I don't identify as either direction. I never have. But that is not to say that, I think left leaning is bad. I think taking care of people, loving our neighbors, helping people, not being pieces of crap. I think that is the way to go. So I am more of that thinking. But I've just never, and I'm not center like people. You can ask my mom. She's actually right here. I've never done well with labels. I never really fit into crowds I've always been an individual. And I like that. You know what I mean? I think that's just how I've always been. And, I was taught to just care about people, love people. And then I was also taught to be a badass from the other people in my family, which is ridiculous because you're just getting when I talk about polar opposites, that's what I mean. I can take you as far as either way you want to go. I love you more than anyone ever has. Or just keep that in mind. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, I had a very interesting upbringing when it came to that stuff. But I just have always been of the mindset, bully to the bullies, stick up for the less fortunate, just like, I was taught what Jesus did, right? So that's always kind of the mindset I was taught, by my mom. Stand up to these monsters. And that's what I've done and will always do. 40 years in, baby. Now, to be fair, it wasn't really until about 25 plus years ago till I really, and that's all because my mom had a book she didn't realize. It was in a box of books she had, and I found the one that she brought home and changed my life. And then in 1984, they got me right. What didn't get me was the machine, like you see the majority. So, that's why I just enjoy being that free thinker, man. As my dad would say, the free spirit. But, she is. And another Lynn, Katya's mom is also. That's why I told you, Lynn, that you had a special place in my heart just because you had the same name as my mother. But you guys your support means the world. I don't care what your names are, but it is cool when, you guys have hilarious. Some of you have names I can't pronounce. I love it. I think this is nuts. Some of you, I have literally no idea what you look like. No clue. And I could care less. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like a band. I actually kind of don't want to see what you look like. I'd prefer to get to know you, and not to say that I would judge, but like, we're humans, and I'm going to see something, and I'm going to be like, oh, well, this guy doesn't like this or doesn't. But it's awesome just to get to know you guys for who you are, what you have to say. And well, then you're like, oh yeah, dude, while we sit here and stare at your ugly ass face all day. So I apologize, but you're the ones that choose to tune in. These little, oh, I don't think I showed the logo. I am not advertising for anybody. Just want to say that. But they're good. Those little mashup things. Anyways, but look, guys, this 20-minute video I was going to make is now beyond that. And I was going to call Chelsea. So now we're talking about me going to bed at midnight, waking up at 5:30 tomorrow. I don't like that. I use because it bothers right wing. Oh, same here, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. Most of like my friends and family like are left. Like, I just don't, you know what I mean? I gotta be different. I'm the drifter, you know what I mean? But if you not up on the majority report, check it out and you'll understand. No doubt. I think we're giving us showing a little love. That's awesome. I try to be, and big thanks to you and everyone else. I can't either. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to clean this damn thing. And yes, it is time. Oh, she just called me out by the full name. I didn't even. It's like one of those, you read it, the acronym, exactly what it was. Obviously, it's my initials. Of course, I knew, but I'm just saying it was funny. I could hear her saying it essentially. James Charles David Smith, I'm going to bed, Mom. I promise I'm going to bed. But Hirsch is waiting for me because I got to take him on a walk. I got to call Chelsea. And, but yeah, now I look like a 10-year-old kid again. And I'll take it, dude. The people at the store, they're like, oh my God, didn't even do. I'm like, I'm 40. Thank you. You see that white? That's not blonde, man. That's white. I'm old. Thank you. But I love all of you. Love you, Mom. Truly, truly. And each and every one of you for taking the time every time you tune in. Every time you hit that like button, share button, subscribe, all the other things that they entail that come with. Everything helps. And anything you can do, just using those eyes. That's all, man. It means the world to me. So I'll try to talk to you guys tomorrow. Got a lot going on. Gonna try. It's an early morning, so maybe it won't be as long as I think. So try for a live one Friday or Saturday. It was gonna be for this purpose where we just ramble, but you guys, you always get me going. So 2, 3, 4 and more, Mom. Love you. But yeah, you guys, you're awesome, and I will try this weekend. I will. But I'm gonna try to visit my mom and grandparents. I'm gonna try to get some other things done as well. So we'll see if it's Friday or Saturday, but got a live one coming. And I did have another one that's not live I'm going to try to put out. So we'll see how it goes. But each and every one of you, I love you. And there's a lot of you, so I'm not even going to try to name you. Like Tiff said, it's a party up in here. So let's go. So grateful for you guys, though. And I hope you had a great week. If not, let's cap it off with a nice Friday. weekend is right in front of us, baby. A little more Eagles football for you. What'd you like? Oh, yes, please. So we'll get a little Eagles football. 24 days away. Get excited. But all I've got for you here tonight. Appreciate you guys, all the support. Reach out if you need anything. Doesn't have to be about the Eagles. You guys know anything. Reach out. Always here for you guys. You guys are all family to me. So until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now, sickos. Go Birds!